What's going down, guys? How you doing? TK coming at you. Always got to plug into some brain food. Pay attention to the insiders within the industry because they keep you in the know. And I just got off a study session with one of my famous insiders who had a special guest on, and that insider was basically talking about how within the 21st century, the new mathematics is now electronics. And it's an interesting way to think about things, and it's not based on a conspiracy theory, as that term was created by the CIA to prevent people from stepping outside of the box, but it's more about understanding the way in which the economy, the economic economy, has changed. Because this insider was presenting from the stock perspective that our markets are all internally controlled through electronic manipulation. And the example that he used was that the traditional mathematical laws within stocks and bonds and gold was reactionary, which means when money leaves one area, people flee to the next area. So when one goes down, the next one goes up. And right now, everything is running exponentially up in tandem, which means that there's full electronic control of the markets. And that's how he pointed it out. And that makes perfect sense because people refuse to accept the paradigm shift, and they just, it's cognizant dissonance. It's not accepting change. Oh, there's no way that they have accomplished electronic manipulation within the markets. That's just not free enterprise and democracy, when the elites have always decided and sought after economic control for the elites. It's never been about equality, democracy, or any type of unilevel playing field. Capitalism itself is based on the have and the have-nots. And over the last 10 years, the have-nots gap has increased tenfold. So the insider was basically saying that the representation of full electronic control of the markets via a click of a mouse is that you have parity in what used to be considered opposites: gold, stocks, and bonds. And then he used the blockchain technology, what everybody considers to be fake money. He used that as an example to say that the technology has been cloned to the point where there's private blockchains with full manipulation and control that's coming out to replace competition with free enterprise. Meaning that there's a Fed coin, there's all different types of state coins, there's all different type of governmental blockchains that are coming out, where now the dollar is a blockchain. So it makes you expand your horizons and makes you look further down the rabbit hole and jumping into conspiracy theory if you want. The parody examples show evidence that it's not a theory, it's factual. So the people who dismiss blockchain as a fad and look at cryptocurrency as fake money, especially all the gold buds that I delete off my page, those are the people that will have a wake-up call when they pull the plug. What I mean when I say pull the plug, just when they introduce their version of a private blockchain that's fully manipulated and controlled with the click of a button. So he was explaining in his example that over time, you're going to see everything continue to increase in value. And honestly, that's what we're seeing in the markets. We're seeing everything increase in value. And he was saying, if you want to know when something's going to happen, to watch how high the volume continues to increase. So Bitcoin is a prime example in terms of a canary, to watch how high Bitcoin goes. And as it reaches above 3,000, hits 5,000 or 10,000, then you have an indicator to show that something's about to happen. So that was completely a different way of looking at things and a way to broaden my horizons. And I just want to share that with you guys in the same way in which he shared it with me, in that you have to understand that the economic world has changed. The dollar printing past is gone. And the world that we live in today is truly a new animal, a place that we've never been before. And the rules within this world have to do with instant access, or instant manipulation, I should say, because you can press a button and the money's in your account. You can press a button and the money's not in your account, because it's all digital. It's ones and zeros on a computer, and it doesn't take any effort or any work to create a digital dollar. You just push a button when you have access to that software that creates that digital dollar. So what he was trying to say is that people need liquidity in terms of their skill set in moving through these new markets, moving in and out of this new market. Position yourself in cryptocurrency. Learn how to trade actively within the stock market, and then also have physical gold and silver as a backup. Now, I've always said this. I was like, you know, people like to take sides, and they're on this two sides, or two birds, I should say two feathers on the same wing, you know, but taking sides is never what it's about. It's always about diversity, and it's always about positioning. So you're never going to hear me say this is better than that, or blah, blah, blah. You know, it's really about economic survival, and it's about having whatever you need to be able to still pay to live in this economic society. So whether that's gold, silver, whether it's different forms of paper derivatives, or even if it's freaking cryptocurrency, you need to have all of it and a lot of it. So I've been aggressively just trying to figure out, okay, how do I get more? How do I increase my numbers so that the amount that I have access to is greater? You know, let me get $1 million in every single form of currency, and let me get to the point where my account is so strong that I'm not in lack. So think about that. Stop taking sides and start taking positions and being aggressive in your positions, so that you don't have any form of lack. And wherever you go, you have a lot of that form of currency, whether it's business credit, whether it's freaking physical assets, whether it's cryptocurrency, or whether it's what's left of paper currency. Have a lot of it, and be smart enough to move within this economic chessboard so that you're winning. You know, make strategic moves that put you ahead of the game, and be aggressive about your moves. Plan 5 years out. Get to the point where you never have all your eggs in one basket. You know, don't put all your faith in a job. Have money outside of your job. You know, I mean, these are the things I'm suggesting. I don't really care what you do. You know what I'm saying? These are the things I'm kind of doing for myself. And I talk about it just in case somebody's listening to me talk about it. Okay, so I just want to drop you guys with this new information, because it's a different way of looking at things, and it also can help you. Information is power, but only when you use the information to empower yourself. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Be blessed in terms of your decision making, because your actions today is what creates tomorrow, and that's really what it's about. Get off the welfare hand-me-down. Put your hand back in your pocket, and you know, go back to the bootstrap mentality, where you are creating your own success. You are taking control of your finances, and you are doing what it takes to survive. Because to me, it's about survival.